Hey guys, my name is VanDreadzer and welcome to the game called The Monster Inside, an audiovisual novella by Random Seed Games. Shall we start? Yes, we will. Why am I talking like this? Because this is a serious game, no fuck-ups, and it's really a sad story about murder. My head pounded, ears still ringing slightly. Some of the worst nightmares I'd had in years left me feeling like I'd been punched in the jaw. But just like any other day, I dragged myself to the office. There was another notice on the door from Major Vinetti's office. Permits out of date. They didn't like me much and were trying to drown me in paperwork. It was a slow month. Weeks since I had any real case to work on, so I passed the time pacing the office, smoking and staring at the mirror in the corner, safely covered with an old bedsheet. I don't dare look at my own reflection. I'm too afraid of what I might see. Afraid someday I might have to face what I really am. The girl came in so quiet that I nearly choked on my cigarette.
Mister, please, you gotta help me, mister.
Calm down now, sit and talk slow. Yeah, what can I help you with? You ever hear of knocking first? And I said, calm down, sit and talk slow.
Okay, thanks. It's just no one will listen to me.
Just tell me your tale. I'm listening. She eyed me with just a dash of suspicion as I tossed back a handful of pills and chased them with a swig of whiskey. I could tell this might take a while. Her name was Lily. She told me she was his mistress, the man all over the newspaper, the infamous banker, Mr. Reginald Farnsworth. Mr. Farnsworth was a drunk philanthropic bastard, but this girl seemed genuinely concerned that he had recently gone missing. Less concerned about the fact that Mr. Farnsworth's wife had just turned up dead in a Central Park 2 nights ago.
You don't understand. He just couldn't have done it. He hated his wife, but he couldn't have killed her. Everyone thinks it was him, and no one believes me. He's gotta be in trouble.
I ain't saying I believe you, but what makes you think he is in danger? Case looks pretty simple to me. And I said, I ain't saying I believe you, but what makes you think he's in danger?
Well, mister,
Jack, you can just call me Jack.
Jack, whoever did that to his wife must have been the one who took him. He would have never left without me, he promised me.
I'm sure Mr. Farnsworth promised this poor girl a lot of things.
Please, the cops won't listen to me, and they wanna bring him in the charges. You gotta prove it wasn't him before they find him.
Honestly, I doubt they are in too much of a hurry. Farnsworth had practically the entire police force in his deep pockets, probably why they hadn't found much yet. If they found him and brought him in, it will be due to public pressure. Sometimes a mob with pitchforks is more dangerous than one man with money. You got my curiosity, but you might not like what I find. I can help you. Well, we'll get to the bottom of it. Don't you worry now.
Oh, thank you, mister. Jack, thank you. But please, be careful. I don't think this was just any murderer or kidnapper. I think it was a beast.
Beast. The word struck me funny, like when you jar your elbow on a hard corner. Not a word many use these days, except in hushed whispers and bedtime stories for children. Oh, they were real enough, alright. They just got better at hiding, controlling their unseemly urges, but I hadn't seen any monsters in nearly 15 years, back when I was still a cop myself. Well, that's definitely an interesting theory. I can help you. We'll get to the bottom of it, don't you worry now. Leave the detective work to me. Let's not jump to conclusions here.
And you seem like the kind of man who's good at solving mysteries.
Sure, can't you see how busy I am with cases? I replied a little too harshly. Sarcasm wasn't my strong suit. I reassured her some more and sent her on her way. I didn't want to scare her, but I warned her before she left to keep her doors locked and call me if she saw anything suspicious. I didn't know if she was in any danger herself, but better safe than sorry. That night I made my way down to Central Park. It was a long shot, but maybe there was something there the cops had missed. Next chapter. The scene was already picked clean by the cops days ago, but I got a knack for finding things that others overlook. A knack? More of a symptom of condition. Other, less useful symptoms I kept in check, but for the time being, my keen sense of smell would come in handy. It was paint, but I could smell it before I even approached the police line. The scent was less of a thing and more of an emotion. Seduction. A strangely familiar smell. I expected the scent of trepidation, or maybe even outright fear, but Mr. Farnsworth seemed to have been at the height of pleasure when she left this world. My mistake, brought new meaning to crime of passion. Pushing the thought from my mind, it was time to get down to business. Investigate the scene. Oh, now I can click on things. Okay, we have a scratch on the tree, and what is that? To me it looks like a clock or something. Let's click on this. A burn mark on a nearby tree caught my eye. I ran my finger along its length and felt a chill down my spine. This wasn't just any burn mark. This was the mark of an ancient magic. It's doubtful the cops would have picked up on it. Cold Lily had been right. Something unnatural was at play here. But I was no stranger to the strange. Muddy footprints everywhere. Difficult to pick out anything from the prints the cops left behind in their haste. But cops don't wear $2,000 pairs of carquinos. It looked like Mr. Farnsworth was there that night and walked away on his own 2 feet. After looking around for a while longer, I realized the park had given up all it was hiding from me. So I trudged back to my apartment and my head hit my pillow like it owed me money. The next morning I was reeling from another bout of ghoulish nightmares, but I tried to hide my discomfort when I saw Lily was already sitting outside my office. She waited wordlessly as I unlocked the door and ripped down another notice from the mayor's office. I motioned for her to step inside. Seemingly afraid of what I might say, she finally worked up the courage to ask.
So, what did you find?
Well, I got some good news. Farnsworth might still be alive. Not sure about beasts, but something unnatural was at play. Might be right to worry about monsters. Found a spell's mark.
What does that mean? What about Reggie? Do you know where he might be?
Found his footprints. Seems like he got out safely. There was signs that he was seen and slipped away. My tone was indifferent towards her as I turned and grabbed a bottle from my desk drawer. A dryness in my throat made it difficult to swallow my meds.
But you don't know where he went. Do you think the news this morning is related?
What news is that?
Why haven't you heard?
Yeah, but maybe you should tell me what you know. Nope, rough night followed by a rough morning.
They found the police jeep's wife dead down by the docks. They say it happened last night.
Let me guess, Chief Amato is missing too. My face might have betrayed a hint of satisfaction as she confirmed my suspicions, but it faded quickly. Amato was a shit cop and a shit chef. Chief. He was half the reason I left the force, but now his wife was dead and I had more questions than I did the day before. The gears in my head started to spin, which wasn't helped by the splitting pain at my temples. I told Lily I needed time to work and she left slightly dejected, wanting more answers than I could provide. That night, after the cops had cleared out the docks, I would slip down and see what I could uncover concerning Mrs. Amato's untimely demise. The cold air smelled strongly of salt and oil, and... could it be? That smell again, like someone had bottled pure aerosol and used it as perfume. It hit me like a long-forgotten memory, but the sensual fumes soon gave way to a rush of adrenaline. I knew exactly what the scent reminded me of, and that scared me more than not knowing. I looked down at my hands, shaking, the nightmares, the headaches. No, I was better now, reformed. I had to focus. No jumping to conclusions, follow the evidence. There, just there, the smallest piece of purple fabric, torn and caught in the splinter of a board. The police report didn't say anything about Mrs. Amato wearing purple, and it was certainly of a quality that you won't expect down here. Don't see too many high society types around flaunting royal purple threads. Red Phoenix cigarettes, same shitty brand I smoke every day. Everyone's got their vice. I pulled out my own pack of reds and lit up. I could already feel another headache coming up, but looking out over the waves seemed to help me forget. The cold helped me push down the uncomfortable thoughts that had been bubbling to the top of my brain. I honestly don't remember the walk back to the office. Apparently I spent the night in my easy chair. The air from the docks lingered on my clothes. It was still dark out, and I checked the clock. How long had I been out? Had I really slept through the entire next day? A newspaper was sitting under the door. As I stood to fetch it, nearly fell over. A wave of nausea hit me like a ton of bricks. I steadied myself and regained my composure. Before I even picked up the paper, I could already read the headline. Breaking, major missing, wife found dead. 2 cases in coincidence. 3 is a pattern. The cops would come asking questions soon. They knew I had a history of antagonizing all the victims. I stumbled to my desk. I slammed back 3 days worth of inhibitor pills. I couldn't take any chances. I had to investigate the scene to be sure. I threw on my jacket and went to the door. Lily caught me off guard on the other side.
Jack, where are you off to? I've been trying to reach you all day.
Sorry, Lily, but I don't have time to talk. I have to go. I've just been busy. I'm off to Mrs. Vinetti's crime scene.
Okay, but we need to talk when you get back. Stay safe.
She gave me a soft kiss on the cheek as I rushed off. Part of me wanted to stay and tell her it will be okay, but it will be a lie. Chapter 5 complete. And we're gonna stop right here. Thank you for watching The Monster Inside. What will happen next? Will we encounter a beast? Will we encounter Mr. Farnsworth? Or will we die? or will Lily die? You will have to wait and see in the next episode of The Monster Inside. My name is VanDreadzer. Thank you for watching The Monster Inside, and see you next time. Bye.